Hello, guys and gals, and welcome. Welcome. So today we're gonna do some more of the challenge. It's also Saturday, I believe, right? It is Saturday, isn't it? Yeah. So we're gonna be doing Saturday horror today. I'm gonna schedule it for later. We're gonna do it around like 10 o'clock. I don't know what it is we're gonna do yet. I haven't really decided on the game. There were a couple choices I had in mind, but I never really know until I get to the point whether I want to do like a long game or a short game or what. So we will cross that bridge when we come to it. We're going to continue the Barbarian Players 8 Runewords and crafted items only with the two-handed Barbarian Merc, magic only, challenge here in a second. Before we get started, though, hey, look at the chinchilla sitting on the log. Before we get started, let's hit the intro button and let's get started. Mr. Diablo 2 Resurrected. I don't know if I'm Mr. Diablo 2 Resurrected, but I certainly do like to play a little bit of Diablo 2 every now and then. It's certainly something that I enjoy. That is definitely a enjoyable thing that I like to do. Just like your mama, bird. Yo mama, yo daddy, yo greasy granny. All right, let's do a gear check before we get started. On GGM Hephaestus. What was I farming? I can't even remember. I think I was doing like normal TZ runs right now. I think that's what I was doing. Just playing around with the TZs. So first off, let's do the mercenary. The mercenary is using a vicious bastard sword of the locust, life leech and damage. He has a Thultal armor with some fast rate recovery, which isn't bad. And he's also running a mechanic's crown of self-repair with Ral Ort, so he's got some pretty decent resistances. Me, on the other hand, I have a Malice Giant Sword, a Stealth Armor, a really sick Bulwark. I mean, absolutely beautiful Bulwark. 15% enhanced, damage reduced, which is really nice. Rolled really well on pretty much everything. And it has some skills on it, too. Crafted amulets, crafted boots, crafted ring, crafted belt, crafted ring, another crafted bow, pair of gloves. Overall, not the best equipment in the world, that's for dang sure. We're currently kind of like hoarding runes. Trying to get as many runes as we can, obviously. Cold Plains, huh? Oh yeah, we have a Spirit Flamberge just for pre-buffing. And an Ancient's Pledge. Totally forgot about those. Let's see what I can get my hands on in normal difficulty. I mean, EXP's not horrible here, man. We could potentially end up with a base that we need or a rune word. Hopefully we can get our hands on something like an honor soon. Would be really nice, because we really just don't have the damage output we need to actually be useful. Oh, nice. Bishy Bosh is right here. What's up, boss to the bish to the bish to the boss? Come on down and you get tossed. Bish to the boss to the boss to the bish. Come on down to the bishy boss boss. A blue Feinberg could be interesting. It is not. It is not. Just keep killing all the shamans. Slow and steady wins the race. It's literally the definition of this character right now. The slowest and steadiest character that ever existed. So slow and steady that one would almost use them as an anchor. Superior serpentine skin. 2 socket, 140. Wow, that's better than what I got on. I got a spare Tal Eth sitting around that I can got a dragon shield too. Let's go sell some stuff real quick. I mean, any defense is better than what we're currently running, which we need as much defense as we can possibly get is really the moral of the story. So, I mean, we could just drop a Talith in there. It's not exactly a rare combination of runes. And bam, now we got a 140 defense stealth instead of a 82. So, nice. You're like a rock? He's a rock? He's a super freaking rocky, a rocky kind of guy. Super duper rocky. A rocky high. One socket is the poopies. It is the poops. Poopin' doopin' doopin' poopin' poopin' doopin' boys. Come on down and poop it doopy 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 toys. They dark hunters are coming for me. They wanna eat me and they taking turns, yeah, taking turns. Honestly, I really don't. Honestly, I really don't. Dark Hunter. Yeah, punch, 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 punchy, punch, punch, punchy, punchy, punch, 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 punchy, punch, punch, punchy, 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 punch. You're forcing knowledge on me, Gary. I don't agree with anything you've stated. We've had an entire conversation in the comments, and honestly, I think you have absolutely no grasp of what's going on whatsoever. So no, I really don't want to have a conversation with somebody who has no grasp on the topic. Pretty sure I've made that plain in my replies to you as well. Ouch. You don't even know what you're talking about, Carrie. Like, I literally read the stuff that you write, and you literally don't even know what you're talking about. PRNG, not RNG. PRNG. PRNG is from 2000 eras. It's a pseudo RNG. It doesn't use any kind of random calls. Morningstar. Bloodrise Morningstar. It is the poopies and I can't use it. They are completely different things here. And if you don't know the difference between PRNG and RNG, we're already at a bad start. Computers were not sophisticated enough in that particular time period to use a real random number generator. They don't have any kind of real random number generation. That's why the system works the way it does in the first place. Yes, and you're using modern random number generators, which are not comparable to a 2000 era PRNG system. You're trying to equate modern random number generator tactics and technology to a 2000 era, actually not even 2000 era, a 1996 era PRNG system, which is not the same. Computers cannot do true randomness, they can only fake it. You're absolutely correct. However, in modern RNG systems, the computer is actually doing a lot more processing than in old systems. The computers from the era of 2000 and whatnot couldn't actually do the processing. So most of the processing is being handled by actions. That's the difference between a modern RNG system and a PRNG system from the 2000 era, is that the actions that you're actually doing are basically giving you the results. If you walked into one of the new games from like 2025 and you opened up a chest, it wouldn't matter if you approached the chest from a specific angle. It wouldn't matter how many items you had in your inventory. It wouldn't matter what character you were using or where you went previously. None of that stuff matters because the RNG system in modern systems just simply makes a random call and determines what's in the chest. Old RNG systems from the 2000 and back era actually took into account pretty much everything that you did previously to come to a result. And it's not a fundamental misunderstanding. It's the truth of how these old PRNG systems work. I can give you multiple examples of PRNG systems from back in the day, like on poker machines and all sorts of other things that run the same exact way. Where literally if you choose a 4 of diamonds and you hold the 4 of diamonds, you'll always end up with a royal straight flush every single time. But only if you hold only a 4 of diamonds. The systems are designed in such a way where what you do specifically creates the reaction. I've already demonstrated this thousands of times. I don't need to prove it to anybody. All you want to do is argue with me on stuff that you don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I don't want to have conversations with you, Gary. I'm going to make this as plain as I possibly can. Every conversation that we've had, Gary, has been very, very, very disingenuous, and I don't like the conversations that we have. I provide you with factual evidence, and then you immediately tell me I'm wrong and that I'm an idiot and that that's not the way that it works, even if I have verifiable proof to the contrary. Our conversations go nowhere because I'll provide you with something that's a factual evidence of what's going on, and then you'll straight up just tell me, no, you're an idiot, that's not how it works. You can take your crap and shove it right up your butt and move right along. The fact that we're here having this conversation after I've already told you I don't want to have conversations with you is really weird. I would not recommend Pride at all, not even a little bit. I would not recommend that you use Pride on any character at all. I think it's one of the worst items in the game, And the only usefulness that thing has is on like a passive sorceress. If you're trying to do like a passive run with like a firewall build. And even then, I still wouldn't recommend it because passive sorceresses are really boring and you gotta stand there and let everything beat you to death. But in that one situation, if you wanted to try like a passive run with a sorceress, could be an interesting option. Other than that, I would not recommend Pride at all. It's made it into my top 10 worst unique items or rune words in the game. I wouldn't even use Pride as an Iron Golem, no. I don't like super expensive items for my Iron Golem that disappear and then I'm out the entire cost of the item. Pride is way too expensive for an Iron Golem. Unless you're just pooping out burr runes. If you're pooping out burr runes and jaw runes and sir runes and you got like an infinite number of high runes, then I guess you could go ahead and make a Pride on an Iron Golem, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't make an Infinity Iron Golem either. I mean, Faith for a mercenary, you're pretty much always going to make it in a Grand Matron bow. Grand Matron bow is the highest physical damage. Unless you're trying to get her to proc something. Which, in that case, you might choose a matriarchal bow, but I'm pretty sure Faith always goes in a Grand Matron. Last Wish Iron Golem. That would be such a troll. It has life tap on it and hits blinds target. That would be like one of the worst Iron Golems ever. You'd be constantly overriding your Decrepify and Amplify damage and pretty much everything else. Probably lower your overall damage output tremendously, considering it'd be constantly overriding your amp. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I need a better weapon. Desperately. It's like my one really big need right now is just a better weapon. Just need a better weapon base, even. And since it's a rune word, I guess I'm just gonna have to farm forever for a base. Or I could use some PRNG manipulation and force a weapon rack to give me what I want. Which is also kind of fun in its own way. Also kind of fun. I mean, leveling up wouldn't be bad either. Getting some more points in my bonuses. Getting pretty much everything I need. All maxed out. More natural resistance. I don't think I should cap out natural res, but I definitely should put some points into it. XP shrine. Stop resurrecting everything. Thank you. Womp, womp, womp. Ugh. Yeah, no increased attack speed. Holy freeze sucks. I mean, I'm just aiming for something better than what I currently have, which is essentially anything. I mean, exceptional base swords, two-handed specifically would be nice. I mean, there's a bunch of various bases that could potentially work. Y-hander would be really nice. I mean, there's options out there. There's a lot of different options. I'm not seeing none of the options drop for me, but there's options. Slow on bail kills for a summon necromancer? Shouldn't be slow at all on a summon necromancer. Get yourself a nice thick army before you go in there. Teleport right on top of his head. Cast a Crepify on him to make sure that he doesn't move out of the way, which is your general goal. And then once you do that, that's pretty much it. Have I done any grail challenges? I mean, I'm still trying to complete my first ever grail. Like, I've never found one particular item that just will never fall for me. So I've just pretty much given up. One specific item just never wants to fall. I found every single item. I found multiple Mang songs. I found multiple Tyraels. I found multiple frickin' Griffin's Eye diadems. I found, I mean, like, the sheer quantity of items that I have found in this game that are exceedingly rare is kind of just absolutely silly. And this one particular item just eludes me forever, and then it never falls. And every time anybody asks, I always say the same thing. I've never found a Spirit Ward Shield. I've never found the Elite Ward unique item. Not the normal one, not the exceptional one, not Radiment's Sphere, Ancient's Shield, not the Gothic Shield, the Spirit, the Ward Gothic Shield, not that one. The Spirit Ward Shield. How do the RMT sites generate runes? They basically just have thousands of bots running. It's basically an automated system. There's not any people involved in it. Like, it's mostly just bots. It's bots that go and farm the items, and it's bots that store away the items, and like, it's like a big giant inventory of bots. No way that's the missing item. You probably don't know what item I'm talking about, which is the problem. The item that I'm talking about is this one specifically. It's called the Spirit Ward, and it is a ward shield. It's an elite shield, not a normal shield, not an exceptional shield. It's the elite version of this shield. It has crazy things on it, like 5% chance to cast level 8 Fade when struck, cold absorption, 40 all res, chance to block. It's got crazy stuff on it. It's one of the only other items in the game besides Last Wish and Treachery that has a Fade proc on it. Most people have never even seen this shield. Every single time I mention it, there's always somebody in chat that's like, oh, I got 6 of those in my stash right now. What's wrong with you? Can't find that shield. I got 6 of them right now. You want one? And like, I'm serious. And they got the hillbilly accent and everything. Like, that's not the shield I'm talking about. I'm talking about this shield right here. And you've probably never seen it. Most people have never seen it. Unless you're doing a grail, probably never found it unless you found it by accident. It's never dropped for me, not in all the years I've played the game, not in 25 years. I don't think I've even found it one time. And I've done multiple seasons, multiple characters. Ever since TZs came out, I've been farming like crazy. I've seen like 3 Mang songs in one day. Okay? 3 Mang songs in one day, and I still haven't seen that stupid shield. I've seen 2 Tyraels in one day. I found a Wind Force randomly with 0% magic find while I was running through Halls of Pain. I have found like 6 or 7 griffins. 6 or 7 griffins at least. Cleaver. 1 socket. You found my shield? It's terrible. I've always wanted to build a character around that shield, but I've never been able to find one. I think it'd make a very interesting shield to just build a whole character around. Isn't it illegal to use bots? Bruh. Are we in... is this real life right now? I can't read your name because it seems to be in a completely different language. But, I mean, is this real life? Am I in a training data set? Like, is this an AI program? The guy literally asked me a question about how do real money trade websites get so many runes, and I told him bots, and he immediately replies with, but aren't bots illegal? Bruh, real money trade is illegal, okay? How do bank robbers rob banks? Well, they use a gun, and they shoot people with the gun. Isn't using a gun illegal? Well, yeah, and robbing banks is also illegal, so 2 illegal things happening at the same time. Yes, that is how that works. That is the person who is doing the illegal thing is also using the gun illegally. That is correct. So in real money trade website that is already breaking the terms of service is using bots which also break the terms of service. That is, yes, that is how it works. I will fight you in the street.